Yes, I actually have three books here that I love because these are the books that have helped me shape my career. The first one is this one. It's the Challenger Sale.
Okay.
This is a book that speaks about the recession in the US and how, when there were times of the recession, around 90% of all the people that had sales based roles, they started failing. They were not able to sell because nobody was willing to buy. But that other 10%, they were a different kind of breed of salesman. They were more partners. They were allies of their prospects. So these people actually started selling more because instead of trying to blindly sell something, they were helping their clients understand their problems and how to actually grow together.
That
So
is
this
more like consulting mindset, right?
yeah, it's about consulting mindset. It's about taking a different approach and understanding the problem in the dimension of value and in the dimension of growth, and not about selling for the sake of selling. So
I
this is a
agree.
book.
I agree. Understanding sales and having a good sales mindset can help anyone, and it can
Yeah,
help you in your personal relationships. If you're a software engineer, if you do sales, if you are the CEO, whatever, sales is, I think, on the core of everything and in the core of a consulting mindset, definitely.
I think everyone should know how to sell because we are constantly selling. We are selling our work. We are selling ourselves. We are selling our company and our
Exactly.
reputation.
Even
We
to our
always
families, when you try to, you know, transmit something, you are selling something to them.
yeah
Or
selling.
even if you are dating, you're selling yourself. Or if you're looking for a job, it's not really that you're looking for a job, it's you're selling yourself, you're selling your services. So it's, I think it's on you use sales on a every day.
And a delivery director is always selling, but it's selling value.
Exactly.
It's helping them understand the next step into our clients and sell the idea that we can all grow together to that. So that's the first book. The second one is this one. It's Conscious Business. This is a book that speaks
Oh,
about
Fred
building.
Kaufman, he's great.
Yeah, This is a book that speaks, and Sheryl Sandberg supported the book as well. This is a book about understanding how to build companies with a proper framework of values. And it speaks a lot about empathy, which is one of my favorite topics. And it speaks about how when you build a company and when you build a team in the forefront of values that you want to share together, then the internal motivators of the people resonate with those values, and it provides an additional level of increasing performance because you're removing that transactional value of a relationship, and you're moving more about an inspirational role where people aspire to be there, and where people aspire because they are sharing the same values and they are sharing the same resonating mechanisms that help them into their career and into their wellness. So this is the second book, Conscious Business. Very, very strongly recommended. And this one is a new one for me. This one I read it like 3 years ago, and it helped me when I first started stepping into the delivery director role. This was recommended
Awesome.
by my former boss at that time. It's called The First 90 Days. The First 90 Days is a great book because it's about breaking all of the proper prior preconceptions of what happens when you change of role, when you change of job, or etc., when you're changing something. And it's about helping understand from a scientific um, foundation. This is all about science foundation. How if and the phrase that I love about this book, that is the one that resonated the most to me, is that you would be making a mistake if you think that repeating what made you successful in your past step in your career is going to help you be successful in your next step in your career, because it's about stepping into a different role and understanding first. And this book talks about how when you're joining something new, a new client, a new company, a new job, a new role, a new anything, the first mistake that you could do is to actually go ahead and try to pitch all of your ideas, because you don't know the culture yet. You don't know how they behave. You don't know the story behind the decision that they have been making. So if you try to pitch your approach without understanding the context, then there's this concept that this book manages, that it's about the white cells of the organization. They're going to be rejecting you Like if you were a disease that's trying to join, and then you have the company rejecting you back through their white
Right.
cells. This book talks about not doing that and actually taking an approach where you start influencing from inside, and then you start pitching your ideas when you have gathered rapport and influence and recognition. Then that's when you can start doing that, but not at the start.
Very interesting. And I definitely think that you being aware of what to do when you start in a role, and that's the title, the first 90 days, is definitely very important. Like asking, like, what did successful people did in the past when they start, or what should you ask when you start in a new role? What should you do? What should be your mentality, your goals, how success look like? Definitely a very important thing. And now I want to talk a little bit more about your experience and to learn more about your